we na pedi asembia ne ho omo ye the power to transform your future. Omo an Eclipse collateral management for yeah they are the game changers. Me pa church to say Eclipse collateral management for yenko Adenta Medimosis hospital no omo ben ho pe announce say West African SHS war no ho pe honom no mo war Eclipse collateral management pa me pa church from on 054 383 2466 054 383 2466 now one name Eclipse collateral management for ending come on when it comes to your collateral issues me pa church they will transform your future. Sasa na make sure say opa yaresa pa masebio wa weni hawo weni no ense dan ko ye glaucoma cho cataract siso asa wo kaka na so won me che na ye ble weni so ye kusu se de nsuo ba beto no hu de ekọ ne de ba nyina me pa cho wa yenko so herbal ye bonu don ko mi ama wo so herbal hospital ebebo ye pa oh, train day. About more stroke, diabetes, hepatitis B. Kweku, alcohol addiction, insomnia, fibroid, cancer of all kinds, liver and kidney disorders, prostate disorders, and also candidiasis, right? And also sexual weaknesses, STD, bedwetting, HIV, and also malaria, and Kenya. Me pachoa, so herbal hospital. Ebebo ye pa omo we Amasamai hospital no hona wa Amasamai stadium junction odu hona wa be hu abansru febi one of the best hospitals in town. Jack ko hona na kwaja yaresa wate ba kwaku ko fa ya ko fanteku akọ na no ho beto no so herbal obehwe sa yare we nyina ma itano potem nkan yes sorry na yen ntem na ko omo labs no so excellent umpe we na ferian from on 055 another 55 29253 and also says 050 344 9444 050 344 9444 and I said 027 2859 115. Romeo and Juliet. And to ultima say, I miss me to was here. Now, JK Industries and Investment Limited, I mean, control say, so what your massive party and then Natarach products now, a pencil and a pens now, what on and then mat set no, I would to chrome no. Me pacho ye careful will be a trebie gum amanfo twetwabi gum criminals no omo twetwabi gum enya kra enko yi emfatamo wani na ewuo no she a wotiwa wutwabi gum a wudidi no na wo kofi a wo se ayi medicine be fie no sika fun sabi na de aba no ye chiwa police sa so mu a wo be sun papa erinti no JK Industries and Investments I mean can share more motor. Say mo pacho mo hwe ni ye. Ye de no papa no 621. Ya chon 621 Nataraj. Fine ball point pens. Yes smooth writing. Any actual one ho. I didn't know hwe ni ye. Na one to boni ni bi. Waka say JK Industries and Investment Limited for more product no and said anko ye. Ye nya ne sa. Nataraj product no be when 621 na top papa o share JK Industries and Investment Limited for the patch 053 102 6081 mamu ye retailers na face distributors no me patch met my friends and numbers na makwaje papa na maton 053 102 6081 and I face 050 322 0308 050-322-0308. Now when JK Industries and Investment Limited for in come on. 52 minutes past the hour of 7. A drop back on me to our your friend of 1374. Your friend T74. A whoa. eboa wo eye umoja mu diseases bi ayare bi e wo umoja mu bia na eboa wo say your blood pressure, say your high blood sugar, say your chronic wounds, ekuro, say your hepatitis B and C, say your HIV, say your kidney infection, say your liver infection, say your ulcer, say your prostate, say your friends and bad breath, say your ulcer, say your menstrual pain, say your chronic cough, say your asthma, say your chest pain, and as say arthritis. Jack man who cries and someone bet me a wow, a 1374 T4 T74 me pacho baby na to why nebe boy yepa if you diagnostic herbal industry for her I don't know so show mo pa na face no what could to be na fe what to be na fe the coffee am ebusian for so use 0246 073498 0246 073498 and I said 050 162 8931 050 162 8931 and from Brajo but I was sick. So I do a video now to hand 53 minutes past the hour of AS7. When we kwaba Emma Wachibium Eba Kessben 92.9 and I feel so Kessben TV on Facebook Kessben 92.9 92.9. Obey to me alcohol or like page in the mame na share na feel so comment mame ehun hia me ye pa o share page no na wo like na wo comment making kan commenting na menya botre akenkan ni nyina so ama and then your text messages na face your WhatsApp messages nyina no e pa chofa bre me making kan ni nyina so ama e wo fie hanom o temi kan bi oso na wo hwe me DSTV channel 364 and I face on Go TV channel 121 from now to 9:45 them no one ever be this edumedie we e wo e fie hanom yen hwe na fe yen ni nkomo na hwe de ekoso de pa de a within the week, and the Interior Minister Ramutanka a update to honum na say election a course one okay so manpenyi eti tax force say yenhwe all electoral violence see yen na no yendi echi na mfa yenhwe na yemfa BBS edisi no yedisi na saade no manpenyi edi ni bohye so odi ni bohye so no and o Interior Minister set up on a police, almost set up a task force, on electoral violence, almost set a committee, you know, at the almost seminar about Betuja. Now, one of the critical matters and issues a PM1 has to do with a Wutu Senior East. Now, a Hono Obekaya election time, you know, now the current MP for a Wutu Senior East, Mame Fellas. Na koyo HUB EBPM say ye kunkum ana ya bo ne nkrofo bi tuo abra na ne convoy no eba besia ko one of the working areas and so mokako campaign okaya oko social media you find her then na omaboko jan na osu na oba manie say ye kum say bi obi ewu ni nipa ne ba ko ewu. The accusation was on Hawa Kumsen. No, so I contested from the MPP. Richard said, before press conference, you know, because what is happening is committee na dabetu just say apparently, and you may see say a bo ninkrofutu and all that in no committee in report in by says otherwise, and yes sir, and you see what it means is that the current MP, as some obeka during election time, in the heat of the elections, and yes, sir, and it's here. But before I made on the press conference, because why a press conference, our parliament. Now, prior to that, election time, time assembly see, yensha video, na yentie, your radio, and then on Facebook, 92.9, Kessben 92.9 Mummy during the election time woni see in someone Phyllis na koyo the two media nanim then yenti na fiyambra back
by Trassa who happens to be Hawa Kumsin's bodyguard. Atu Odum is an NDC member. Her parents are NDC people. And he's also a member of the Young Brass Band. So he was there performing his duties during the festival celebration. I just got a shocking news that without any provocation, Ato has been shot. And now Ato is in a serious condition. We don't know how he's going to make it. The youth in Kaswa are suffering. The youth in Ghana are suffering. Every day and night we wake up to one of these news. Our people killing us. We would call on the IGP to rise up. We will call on all authorities to come to the aid of the youth in Kaswa.
Okay, enti video ya me boy ene video a wo share ye a wo so tie wo 92.9 Felix na Koyo current MP for Ewutu Senya and someone or the two dwa then election time in no because owo ene asemo ensem fata na aton won. Now when you check the summary of the case na ewahana 2024 right election Osha Central Regional Ewutu Senya. Now number of deaths are yedi two according to the report, the summary report, 1. Number of injured 1. But case in Ankasa no and yedi two but okay press statement na oramutanka kenkan na another be two jana. When you read the portion na edin komo efa Ewutu Senya no ho na they are telling us say omo ana ye pese anka ye no mudin komo regarding issues in Inan, you know, medin komo. Most of them, interestingly, most of them yes accusations in Inan are saying that they are not ready to talk. Almost omo eba ebeka no so no are saying otherwise say enye sa ene see ye. Ain't you know video ye share ye is it a clear example of ye ye ni akansem. And now to say during political times in Imuno, yetumi enema bebre. Now I have in front of me Mavis Hawa Kumsen, former MP and a former minister under the MPP. The statement or the abetuja, that statement by Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen on the Interior Minister's revelations on the Kaswa shooting incident. And now what she's also saying is attacks ni na ye de born ni na no sesia no abededi from the report na Interior Minister task force no mo de baye na abededi say sanema ni na no na nya no kre. Now he says that the minister's report confirms that 21 suspects have been identified, that they were clear breaches of discipline by some security officers, and that the use of firearms in certain situations was unjustified. These findings affirm that I have consistently maintained that the Kaswa incident was the result of security lapses and institutional failures, not the action or instigation of any individual. Now he says that for years I have endured harsh and unfair public attacks. I was branded violent, reckless, and unfit for office through sensational and misleading headlines. The judgment was swift and painful. Today, the Interior Minister findings have vindicated me, confirming that the violence was not directed by me, but stemmed from broader systematic failures in election security coordination. This is what Mame Hawa Kumsen ede ebaye. Now, caption na ewo eye report na eye mutanka edebetu dwano. This is what he said. Now look at this one. Very interesting. Ewutu Senior constituency as in Kaswa observation. Or say Honorable Phyllis na Kojo Okino denied that her convoy was attacked when he sat with a committee. Or say she denied that the convoy was attacked. She was nowhere near the scene of the incident. Persons who were involved in the incident have avoided speaking with the task force, while Muhammad Ali and some others who were in the Mahindra pickup truck and fired shots from their vehicle have also avoided speaking with the task force. So their opinions have not been established. Muhammad Ali is said to have been flown abroad for further treatment. The late Yusuf Larry Idris died from a gunshot, and those who were in the Mahindra pickup with him know what happened. The driver of the Mahindra has been traced and further investigations are ongoing. The task force will continue with the investigations. So as it stands, investigations are still ongoing, but the critical matter here is that Honorable Phyllis Kojo has denied that her convoy was attacked, as opposed to what she told every Ghanaian during the election, that the convoy was attacked. Now, interestingly, she held a press conference yesterday at our parliament. Yenti on 92.9. They share on Kessben TV, DSTV channel 364, Go TV 121, on Facebook Kessben 92.9. Emras is here.
Members of the media and the general public, I am here today to address some matters arising from the interview and a report submitted by the task force commissioned by the President to investigate election violence from 2020 to 2024 in Ghana to the Honorable Minister of Interior and National Security. I have remained quiet despite calls by well-meaning Ghanaians, including my constituents, who witnessed these brutal attacks. At no time did I say no attack happened. I stated emphatically to the task force that on the election day during my rounds, I noticed my convoy was being followed by a V8 vehicle, allegedly known to be used by Howard Compson and a Nadmo pickup, which had a green government number plate. After visiting some polling stations, I decided to go home because I felt my life was in danger. So I am convinced that at the conclusion of this investigation, the truer facts will emerge. On the issue of unwillingness of persons who witnessed these acts to testify, this is entirely out of my control. There are videos to some of these attacks, and these are available for the committee to aid their work. Friends of the media, does the unwillingness to eyewitness and victims to testify mean these documented acts of violence didn't happen? Even if there is records of loss of life and injuries, I would have waited for the investigations to conclude before speaking. But I cannot keep quiet over an inconclusive report, as clearly stated by our Honorable Minister for Interior during his press briefing. And officially, I have not given my written statement to the police yet due to the ill treatment during the 2020 election violence. Therefore, statements on the media are inaccurate and not mine. Let me end by saying that as the sitting member of the good people of Ewutu Senya East constituency, I consider myself a mother for all. I have therefore encouraged reconciliation and unity amongst all the rank and file of the party. And I would encourage the task force to stick to exactly what I told them.
Okay, so clearly, the person chair and say report no ehun komo na odie no. So okay, what they for something we cry na the idea. Now listen. Clearly, the MP for Ewutu Senya is Phyllis Na Koyo. Clearly, you did not truly answer the questions or the proposed committee, task force, you did not answer them. I think maybe you're in a hurry. And clearly, if indeed the Okaino was right, you could have just waited for a report to conclude before you come out with this. What it means is that you're opening yourself up to too many things. Now, the Minister of Interior and the task force is telling you, say, you have denied that your convoy was attacked. That is what you said. And you have not come out to deny that fact. Say, indeed, your convoy was attacked. But in your press statement, you are saying, say, Naka bi diwechi. Ekra government friend is a number plate green, and it is alleged. You are still alleging by this time. You don't even have the fact. You are still alleging that it is for Hawakumsen. How? Ewutu Senya East constituency secretary of the MPP were line or so. My minister komo wembra na member twice because clearly politicians we need to be careful. My men call Michael Adi Hona fe member back say Michael me watching eba Kessben TV so na face so Kessben 92.9.
Kojo good morning Kojo. Ida say o di bi say o ho ye.
Erade adome ho ye na also e. Okay. Mr. Medasepa. Okay, you didn't come off a report now, the task force now, to look into the election violence and any issues here. But we are in your constituency where we are dealing with that matter because that matter was one of the critical ones that really and truly took Ghana by storm. I mean, killing people is not good when it comes to elections. Now, clearly, you can't report, a press conference, Phyllis Na Koyo, that was just yesterday, and I have also read the press statement coming from Mame Hawakum saying to also say she's been vindicated. I mean, when the alleged incident in this year, it was said and I said the facts and the Bayer Sadian. I'm sure you've also listened to these three phases of in some ways. Now, what's your take first off?
Opportunity press briefing Honorable Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed organize na my briefing as to Myanmar my so far about election related violence na edru Ewutu Senya East no they take keen interest and attention and say it concerns us and as an okay no it took Ghana by storm ubenya oba obebodi trimu po na waka asɛm a ɔno ankasa nim sɛ ɛnyɛ saa na ɛteɛ but ɛsan sɛ ɔpɛ tumi nti no ɔbɛ adopte a drama character na ɔde engage in a smear politics ɔde bɛ attack na ɔde amalign well established reputation honorable Mebisa Akumsin abuilding Ediama na ye press briefing na honorable Edbert Tu Abontin interior minister na ye ne ye adwin esan se na eni se police na Kojo Kuno ni convoy na all dramatizing on the night of election say oh, yeah, attacking no. Na no krabia enim. Yes, him so say she was nowhere near the scene of the event. Unfortunately, no, it happened in IOC. But on Yakukudro, I invited journalists at the Konifie. I could dramatize the situation as though Honorable Mebisa Akumsin ordinary and I say ne team no ohun bi awo. Nti for we know say the outcome of any competent task force investigation will vindicate Honorable Mebisa Akumsin. Asan say ye ma me onye basabasa. Ye ma mi odinihunu. And ye ni na ye juma for years ye betimi attest to the conduct, the character of Honorable Mebisa Akumsin. It's for us, maybe now you say, police now call you about 2 weeks to the elections. Now organize the press conference. My hint of what they intend to do. That's what I say.
No, me too, Pakasa.
Now on my hint of what they intend to do, but rather no, try say, painting Honorable Mebisa Akumsin and the MPP black, just so they can successfully execute the Atenia campaign against Honorable Mebisa Akumsin. And for us, maybe we welcome the vindication and the confirmation say Honorable Mebisa Akumsin was nowhere near any violent-related incident in election 2024. And this can be attested by most of the NDC guys normally Felix Nakoyo Enam. Nakoyo Ankasankasa so enim say intro eno chai. Now fast forward, Yaba Bontia Bekase, briefing now minister ni no. It is an indictment on the reputation and integrity of Felix Nakoyo and by extension politicians. Into who be here say you best sanitize the political space by holding people accountable for reckless commenter or making. Into Omba Bontino be pacho. Omba Bontino be admit say ampa drama now or put it up during the election era. No. And ya de papa. Now you could sorry yeah. Wabaya 2-3 minutes press conference. The substance, the subject matter and the discussion. One can be beer. And the player this for a month for because we are watching the situation and the plight of the NDC in the constituency. As I say, in one breath or say, or you're not doing something on Kasa. Mumuno. I witnessed this Omuwoho assembly no and they're pushing it say Umbra Bontin on the Kasa. But the same woman catch that say, oh no, it does not lie in her bosom say Obesha Aman Krofona or no say Yedio Modem apre biye kubino. Ye the purple ye at the mom. So we just cannot understand the rationale behind the press conference organizing the shortest ever press conference in the political history of this country. Meaning, we still insist to say, Felix Nakoyo Okuno, and Troke Siepa, edit to Honorable Mebisa Akumsin so.
Okay.
Any MPP so.
Okay.
And then, Umbra Bontin on the Pacho. Now, the only number of the Uncle Siaga, because meaning, say, yet Interior Minister Nia, or see Felix Nakoyo Nyakonya appear before the tax force committee president mandate almost say omunye nhwehwemu okopie ase ena na asam akokae no ena minister Abeka Wabonti say okoye no say convoy was not attacked or no ankasa she was not at the scene. Into the organizing press conference say you never said there was no attack. Now you did to say there was an attack, but the attack happens to be an inside attacker. No clear what we say. Phyllis now call your Penti MPP enemy result comes back to the state to say the regional NDC party GNP and the national NDC party GNP. But for poor coordination, both region and national, the security men, the Maamua, now they were not aware of each other. And Interior Minister Nika said the driver and the occupants in the Mahindra car knows what really happened. In some no make say what really happened. No, I never said there was not attack. Indeed, there was an inside attack, and that inside attack happened between the NDC members because there was poor coordination. They say Mumbra Kasano Mebua Phyllis now call you. As I said, report all the Mayano, into Saman Kobani Hobaya, Yantiatem. Into the all came in their youthful exuberance without proper coordination, where we are on Nimwe, where we are on Nimwe. And that is exactly what happened. And this is on Namana or Kadia Yanka. Yadia, we still insist to say, we go cast for Nimas. We go on over maybe some Nimas.
Okay.
And one mark cast in Boneno as a pija. In some about not on the patrol. Now, you say, so there was series of actions you be taking in the coming days against me personally.
You be need
Oh, Minia. Yeah, per se, you organize a peaceful protest. Now, petition, your friend is saying, Central East Police Command is saying, we book us a man who into Omuntu San Fran.
But Michael, what?
Or your law-abiding citizen.
Okay.
It is your defend your beer. You be a casa no.
But Michael,
other options.
Matthias here with the options, but is it also not too early for you to also jump into conclusion because Minister Kasano, he made it emphatically clear that the task force will continue with their investigations. So what if after the full investigations in the day of which Kojo also can say let's wait to see investigations need to be done? Wouldn't it be, an early lead on investigations? Because it comes otherwise. What would you do?
I think otherwise, in the sense that he who seek equity must go to the court of equity with a clean hand. The briefing we have gathered so far will not invalidate any full report that will eventually come out because it is still going to be part and parcel of the account she gave.
Okay.
And we think that for now, she has booked, and rightly so because she lied. My brother, do a comparison of the interviews she has been granting or she has granted during the election period and the pronouncement by the Interior Minister. And let's ask ourselves whether indeed this woman is somebody that must be taken serious.
Okay.
So it is not an issue of we should take our time. We still insist and believe that even the full investigations will still validate Honorable Mebisa Akumsin or vindicate Honorable Mebisa Akumsin as someone who was nowhere. Neither did she instruct any member of the New Patriotic Party to engage in any violence that Phyllis Kojo came out with. So far, we know that the conclusion of this report will still end at one direction, and the direction is that Honorable Mebisa Akumsin and the MPP never, in any form or shape, engage in violence during the election 2024. So for us, we still maintain that it is early in their own interest to swallow the humble pie and do the needful.
All right. Medase Bebre Michael at the constituency secretary for the MPP no Edin Komono check out time na 8:22 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. So clearly the press conference versus what the MP feels na call your ekatre committee task force and then the press conference clearly what we sense susune kakra no edit them. I think say it was too early for the MP to also come out to come and say what she said, and clearly it is not really what it is. If you say task force any written statement, yet you are being quoted by your own interior minister that you denied that your convoy was attacked, and you are still saying things in your press statement that your convoy was attacked, and then because of fear, and it was alleged, you are still alleging at this time, you are still alleging that cars na ne di wechino are from Hawakumsen. Clearly it's something else. Now one samba back samba catchers and now one person will be kasa. If the witnesses are not talking, why are you in a hurry to come and say what you're saying? When indeed you also know that the minister has also said clearly in the statement to say the task force will continue with their investigations. So why do you jump into conclusion? Anyway, and before that, so you be doing komo ye pa. Many SO Herbal hospital ba be doing komo hospital papa hospital we dey do na yare kra na ho beto. Ye din komo we have another video to show you. Now Kisia Jabin is also talking. Wakan sem bebre. Enye nanka minim say during MPP time, mo blockade no from picking up the finance minister. Mo ye nema bebre tia OSP wakani nyina, and we want to play you that video today. Ye ne SO Herbal Hospital for wia ye beka wansem e wo fie ha no. For WhatsApp messages brana Facebook text messages na no making kan ni nyina so e wo fie ha ma. Charles McCarthy, managing editor Bettiners of the Hawk newspaper, the citizens of all Atudas Bettiners, the general secretary for GCPP, and a face name Kojo Yeboah, former youth organizer. I have also West Wagon of the MPP Bettiners and a face Wyoming with member of the MPP committee communication and a face Brian a champion campaign team. Obetanase na fe ye di enkomo. Mini abema bibia boko de. As we have hospital obia ho ye. Obia ho ye. Sa hospital ne midu ana me ho atome. Mbese me ba hospital. Okay. Afa me du ho na afa me ho atome. And I'm saying me chinti me hu doctor. Because me share environment Jackie Jai. Me san me chia. Me anam tu ka me san dan mu na me san ko e. Ma me talk the cry, ma me je ka the cry. Bo bia ho ye doctor ho ye. Doctor ho ye. Nice. Boy enkomo SO Herbal Hospital bi ti aden na onka den no nti.
Sene edin suggest Herbal Hospital yen na aweye mre no onyankopon de ye enam the natural way eje amanfo ayaresa mom na SO Herbal Hospital wo kan agese ye de nubina pa ena esayare a ekwa emba biemu na niema ye da ho soronko se ye nko ane Ghana ha ye practice evidence based herbal medicine kire se wonkodu ye pharmacy wa ye be ma wo natural medication ya obe face wo Orthodox hospital say na wudi kan ye na just say environment machines are you use nyina ye medical equipment ye di diagnose hu say o yare no aha nefi na ha nefi ni wi a ye di natural way e de ama waduro na onim say SO Herbal Hospital nko na ye nuro ye mfa preservative bi anya den enka ho sabe ye mfa dade sen kra anya den enu anya nuro ye di kukuo pa na se na nze wonim say FDA de ba say that the same crime led omode ye ne ade identity affecting the backing entini yam person feeling keka obia beka edro ba beja yaresa na osade yare den ekofi eti SO Herbal Hospital nkwa na yenuro ye de kukuo pa na enwa enro nyina na mame mmɔ nkomo bi na wonim se Ghana ha nyina ye ne Herbal Hospital a ye wo natural herbal eye dropper chase adanse kura eye drop yi no onyankopon kwa nenim
wo say
me say yenko ane a ye wo Ghana ha ye wo natural eye drop Herbal Hospital bi ani bi Herbal Hospital a ye wo natural eye drop a ye di sa ete cataract glaucoma diabetic retinopathy bi afa ni no hu bia no etenete na okwan ye fa so di sa adwuma we no nwanwa esan say wo ba ye di kan examine ani no ye was slip lamp bi a ye di examine ani no say ne wa call orthodox no na ye wi a ya ma 2 hours intervals a ye di aduro no kura na wo kwakọ yisu no ofie no ya say ye treatiw enti wo mpe we wo pedan hwe say wa gba hospital why okada wi akọkọ doctor wi eduro na wo di ko fie no ye yansa ye wo adwuma for 2 hours e mo hu seni aduro no su ne ban ete na onim obi wakwa no ntwen so obeji aduro no within 2 hours na na kyese adanse a e wo aduro no ho no e tatahwe
wow
enti wo tie mi anopa ya ye wo Amasaman Stadium Junction me se wudu hono ma okada drivers yenwuma panti no okada drivers e wo ho aduane tonfo wo se mi ko eso Herbal Hospital obi ade wo beko anopa ya me se wudu Amasaman wo se Amasaman Stadium Junction munsimi wo Stadium Junction me ko eso Herbal Hospital so we chire so obetimi afre number 0555 529253 ani adwuma pa ye no ho no me say eso Herbal Hospital ye asori de anka wo say na ye nya overflow no
unse nka branches nko
ben Canada
ye
ben Canada adasie e wo aduro no ho ani pa na wo how na wo de acquire sabia ya ye hu operation ni nyina enko bra eso Herbal Hospital with a simple procedure, with a simple natural touch of our natural eye drop no na just say adanse pa na wo de be free ho no mo den akọ na ya dance yi pa wo se wo ye Thomas no we chidi difo pa wonim ya sheda designate Dove TV adanse nko a
okay
ndi se wo TV na wo se wo ye Thomas wo yo chidi difo pese wo hu adanse yi bia chimko Dove TV na hwa ade adanse nko a
wow
na okwan ya fa so gi amanfo enwanwa enwanwa it is video ya ye betwa yi wo be hu okwan a eso Herbal ye de natural eye drop ye den sti ani yare a ekwa ensa ma bi na wonim ne etia ne se ani yare no eya na niema bi hyehyase se diabetes power wo so ese wani hypertension wo cholesterol e wo soro so ese wani enti wonim ne eso Herbal Hospital ye ye wo numina ye de ka eye drop no ho ma ye tu yare ni yini no ne ye de eye drop no so wani no so a ebeti wani ne ta me say 34-year-old lady a ono no sabe oba wiase sabe onfo anani ehu ade da ne ye de eso Herbal Hospital eye drop yi to nani no so no ese wani ansa o ka kire
wow
within 2 hours
ena me hu TV no so no obroni no to
obroni me say Ghana won ansa ne ebe hu say ade power Ghana no necessary amanfo fi amanone any other places aba form dance obroni a oti we onye Ghana ni o enso so won hu say ennepa e wo Ghana ha ennepa e wo nubina ene aha obo ade den e de adome me de bia me dwamanu mo because nyame boy na no de che no say Herbal Hospital ne su ni se so eso Herbal Hospital baby awo ho bia CEO Dr. Sophia Asi Okanse me se nyankopon na de che no ya chade o
Dr. Sophia
Asi Okanse
okay
me say come and feel the natural touch se ani no wo yo hu 40 same a wusuro se ye de wo be surgery ni ye de mpane be wo wani no so come and feel the natural eye drop me say anopa ya ye wo Amasaman Stadium Junction
correct
me say wudu ono ma akola kora be so onsa de waba okada drivers aduane tonfo nyina
taxi drivers wo hu
na Canada ya ji baby a ya sent na ji baby a e san say ya ba ya che 16 years of practicing herbal medicine.
Nice one.
And we have been consistent. Ya jina ya namo so sa for 16 years. Enti yenim de. Yenim ni ye. Ene yenim. Ni ebetimi aye. Ya mba ma Ghana fo ye wo ho mamo. Africa, me say amafo fi Nigeria every week eba.
Omoba.
Enti wo te Ghana ha wo Kumase wo Takrade wo Western region na wo se kwan wade na me hu ne wo pa dan wo pa kire na enya ni nkwa ne ye o
e dey biom
say diabetes or sugar
Yeah.
Ewo soro pa.
And also dear.
Sugar ewo soro pa. Na wo se manum mrofuduro ya na me pon no wo se manum abrofuduro enko. Sa nipa na me pe no se bra. Na beji the herbal medicine. Efini kekawa bi anim. There's no preservative. Na wonim say hypertension ebeso ebe ma so. Na oda abrofuduro nso cha. Sebe mema samokra den eba fom. Enu nti na eso herbal hospital se bra. Ni more than natural medication. Never too pressure say I ekwa ma biem. Se moja borso se ye cholesterol and aba be gina moja ni mu na ma wonti mu asisi. Na wonim aya na wonim say eso herbal hospital ye wo oil bi. Eno no obi a wo fa adwodo.
Okay.
Na me say sa oil na asofo no nsa ka sa oil na hey any mo besa lie men Canada and the collection de mo near the sa oil you be twe wa aposo na ebie ntini mu na enam ne srade a adeda ntini mu ama sebe ofa adwoto ne yasama ne obenum a ebekwa bie ntini mu ma sebe stroke and actually me say within 10 to 15 minutes ya de twe wona enti se wo de hie bi ehyedan mu na ontimi mpia Fre eso heba hospital number yisi sia na ginchiremu 0555 52 92 53 se wo fre na MTN na ye busy afre Vodafone 0503 44 94 44 mitimu biem 0503 44 94 44 eso heba hospital me say Jesus Christ is the only healer.
Yeah, that's
me say to anamon nebra eso heba hospital.
Nice one.
Ye ni branch wo babia ye butu ye Amasama Stadium Junction. Me say akola kra do beden ebeba bra na beje wa yaresa
yate yara sepa eso heba for me amepon amefa ho awie mefa ho awie pese mefa ho awie
na be ma ayi men's powder ni bi
ehun hia
men Canada na say me unza man for num kube bu so
na dia
men's powder
me ba enya se me nkwa me be jama citizen atodazi so intino enya se bia me number be jama citizen ohia pa
I know what try pakra
Matias here so heba ne omo edi en community numbers no enegu eye screen so ma sesia na wo so betumi afre na afi wo so wakohodom na afi wakoje wayaresa e wo hodom 35 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. But I was say we video no go so ewo Kessben TV and I feel so oda so ewo 92.9. Quick one, my main call OSP matana na me boss one so. Oni KSM edi enkomo bi akeka nsem bebre. Edi neme bi atudwa so clearly na OSP na ho nyina no na ne tuoja enso no ntumi nka anase den ya. Yenhwe na afeso yentie ora kisi ejaben the interview with KSM on matters when it comes to OSP.
OSP must and we would always work together with Attorney General. Attorney General in turn should hold our hands. We are working for one republic, one Ghana. The main perpetrator from our standpoint, the main perpetrator had no intention of returning back to the country. Of course, he had left the country earlier in the year during the transition. Now we should place this in proper context because we've attracted some flag that why did we allow him to go? Mr. Misa, he left before 7th January. Between 1st, I know the exact date, but I'm not going to mention it. All I'm saying is between 1st and 6th January, he had left. Who was in power during those few days? And we don't control the airports. We don't control the exit. The OSP doesn't control the exit points. But we are taking flag day in and day out. Why did we allow him? Let me put it this way. His cousin was president. Let's face facts.
Yeah.
Before John Dramani Mahama was sworn in on 7th January, Nana Akufo-Addo was the president.
Yeah.
That was his cousin. He had kept him in the office for more than 7 years. And I said, when he left, the president was Nana Addo Dankwa.
Okay.
At the time he left, we were not getting the cooperation at the time from other security agencies.
You weren't getting cooperation?
No, we were not.
You had asked for them?
We asked for all that, but we were not. It was as if there was a policy of block the OSP out. That was what we were facing, and that was the circumstances under which we were being expected to perform. I think I've complained about these things over national security. No, at the time, the situation is different now. National Signals Bureau, no, at the time, the situation is different now. National Intelligence Bureau, zero, at the time, the situation is different now. I mean, the security setup was stacked up against the OSP, so we will not be able to perform our job. This was the situation in which we found ourselves. And I'm being asked how I let Ken Oforiatta through this. We didn't watch him leave. We were powerless. That is the truth. We were powerless. We saw him leave, but we couldn't prevent him from leaving at the airport because we couldn't. Now we can rely on Ghana Immigration Service to block someone. Now we can rely on national security.
Before then you couldn't.
To block someone. Then, at the time he left, you call up immigration, no one will even bother to respond to you. You write to immigration, no one will even bother to respond to you. And I'm saying this unabashedly. That was the situation we found ourselves in. Once again, before we put him on the Interpol Red Notice, we know he left the state on 1 or 2 occasions. But we believe he's in the state. And we know the area in which he lives. The person lives in the United States. Kisia Jabin, Office of the Special Prosecutor, even the Ghana Army. We can't just go into the US, spring him up and bring him. That is what Ghanaians need to understand.
Yeah, and that is what
we are going through a certain very tedious extradition process to bring him back. That's why I said. That's why I was joking about it. That if he lived in Agbogba, I would have he'll be with us as we are speaking. But since he is in a foreign country, I cannot put a date on it. And even then, the central authority in respect of extradition matters in the US could decide one thing.
39 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. So clearly, Orakise Jabin, who is the OSP chief himself, is not telling all of us today through the interview with KSM, say, truly speaking, he was blocked by the MPP era. Nothing worked. Everything worked against him in working as OSP. And Yamana Meka on one account, security was not in his favor. Nothing was absolutely working. And until now, Nana Akufo-Addo in the government. Truly, when you told us you wanted to establish a independent prosecutor to be doing work independently, is it a fact that then Martinami doing some sort of say Onyasa Akwenya no enye adwuma no it happened again under same regime with Kisiana questions na me bisa ono no waka nyem na mekan. This is not an assumption, this is not a hearsay, this is coming from the man himself. Or see, today Signal Bureau is working, today National Security is working, today Immigration is working. Then Immigration was not working, Signal Bureau wasn't working. It look as if say it was a blocked. I'm not the use word, you know. It's some more Ghana. But everybody come on. 41 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. You come on fi. Yen say when you are here ni Susie Heba. Empe info so di come on fi. Yemra back na yembedi enkomo sisi a. San say enkomo no de wo hopa sisi di pa. Susie, bibi aboko de.
Yankopa no Kojo, bibi e koso.
Nice.
Enso na yemi ngwament.
Egugu so
Egusu pa.
Me ba homa tin na egugu ani ade wow.
And the Friday ka atano pase na Kojo
enumre no.
Ebetina. Enye yam party. Party had edu sa no a.
Na ewi ma ye din.
And also with me chia oh said those person who try whiskey one express no just here chapsa what can me feel you
and a boy to be share Mesro a boy
what baby I'm a patrol
near connected
president of bad advisors on Fridays Martinasi. And that mean 12 to Pabia. Sikala was saved no. The other one, I was at the crack of fat. Get to why home. Massa, anybody jail woe. And tell the power mobile life is short. What I say? Jiwani, Didi, Picture B, Renam Udrum Pasua, Usibi men ye, Sibi men, and children sa, and children free. I dear chili about a pet, a quadro. One no men natural one no, utututumu, unum bako, with the boy na the wajai derby. Every day, manenka home, my sibi men, and your part of you. We be ma as a man. Who work best 30 to 50s no, 58 years no. Me pa chow a masibi man empower. Papa 460 to kwano, but you marry no when yet. A masibi man empower. Manema ya part of you. Manema ka wo ho. Manenya wadamfo. Ensha ubotom, u briefcase sim, u drogwam, baby bia ebisi wo. Oka ye otwe ya, no wayi mienu na wanom. Anopa mienu anwumre mienu na otwetwa bi. Na wada de ne ho aba ene ye nja abonte. Awowom tie na ye twa bia. Ye nche acha 1150 na e ofie. Ni ebedu fia ye naaye. Ehon na night club de ebe club wo mpa so. Ehon na ye beji yeni. All night ehon na ebe koso me pa cho be ma. Ene botumi agi woni se de me ka no a eye sibi men capsules na beboa wo. Ma won sanka binto. To sibi men nanom eye natural, eye purely herbal, eye organic. Preservative bia enim yamfa additive bia engumu odi ate ya ni natural no saa na wononom mienu anopa wadidi awie mienu nwumra wadidi awie na watwa kakra na wodi akọ sisnenim wankasa wo be fili be ma ema wo che wo mpam kama eyi usisi awie firi ho infection se wa osu gono syphilis ndekeka ho etu ni nyina se sasadro wei ekwa wo mogya ni mu ekum virus ni yawe mo wo mu nyina na akọ organs ni mu akọ repair cells ni tissues no a asese wo mu a ama wo bre no wo ye ni nyina na organs no afanshi ye na a boost to immune system no atimi ama ho nso ye den eyi wo pace ni nyina afiri ho ema mogya du mo afuru sani ye utumi didi utumi da eye wo ye ma wankasa wo da na wo sori a ode ahode foforo ene be sori obi so ba kwa enye weekend na mitumi hyiso na be ma pa kwabrane mi dampam na adu ayima be so 4 o'clock na bibi kika niema na akoko yini bonkokoro ko wo down there na nso se me hyiso te kike na me nko adwuma me mre saa dampam sabra to sibi men no obi nka che wo se sori e be stimulate you na wan kasa nwode ni mirika wo de be ko adwuma so na edu anwumre a mirika de be fie na wo de be gi wani no enya asem ketewa eye sibi men capsules na ye ne sa o me ba cho ye wo sibi women ya mama nko ade oba nko na enum mama ka wo sibi men no e be ma nko na ye ma no e de aba nu ya bra nu ntini nu aba e na ye mbema de no saa na sibi women so ye no o ma nko na enum wo ye be ma wonuma enku nya hwe but enya dwuma age emma hormones e wo mu entimi nua ba to sibi women won so wo bre bon se wayase eya wo ya ubu nsa usisi etwa ukotodwe mo ama na mo woto bebre no na ukotodwe na usisi untimi unante kwa ha na wabre na ukotodwe chi uchi na eya wo ya na wo sasra so na wo chiche na wo yese kotosi bi women ebeyi sa pens ni nya de afiri ni paduam wo hu beto fast ya numbers no aba screen so mesan so abobo de amawo sayare bi edi wunya sayare bi hawo atete wache samaka ho asem anamen kaye anama boso na memboso bomode na friend numbers no ene ye nche ka kire yen na ebebo de enu asa oyare wa wo pa bi atu aton the whole Ghana baby bia wo na wo hwɛ me wɔ Kessben TV na wo pay no ni bi atu aton sibi no no me pa chaw for number C me ti ya me sorry me ko delivery ene me nae agi nwuna Kojo apon ya ko hia me ko delivery me ko deliver ko for dia ma omu Thursdays and Fridays obekua me ana me deliver ma obi a order entu pesa me fa wo de ne mbrewa order na yem famrel uto wadro me pa chaw bo modern pharmaceutical shops no for numbers me bobo so ma wo no na oni ye ni nkomo 0247 11 1671 0247 11 1671 na my ni nkomo aba screen so my bobo for the sake of mamuti radio no mamu hear TV ni so me pa cho aba screen so fa na oni ye ni nkomo sibi women oba eyi wa fichi kromo ha free ho oba wa tinka atiko e ma wote dem ho ye de ene Friday ye dwudwam Freaky Friday ene me pa cho Friday be freaky mo ani agea no oba ugina yie me kira wa senkeka wo enka wa wase a wani nye ne wase bie na sabe be mere ho na enchi a wani nye ne ene oba ensa gugu wo ehobon wani nye enso fifiri oba wani nye enti tumrika na ka wo hum na beto sibi women capsules bi baby bia ye to edro wo my Ghana benya bi ubu unsa na emayi a to sibi women oba watinka tiko be ma no da wa yase yo osi akwan e wa awode na no enu nti awokra ho ayedin to sibi women unya miscarriages rough off infections akwata wa wode mu to sibi women gonorrhea syphilis chlamydia white nisa ode poa no ayeyew to sibi women anopa yimienu anwumre mienu nanom wankasa obehu se nipadua no anya homeka ye wo sibi soap wo ho an ho fadua sibi soap no eboa wo wo nsema ya den wonantia papai wonsema sisi ncheche wonantia ya den umoriema propro wonsa in between your fingers and your toes a propro me patcho foot rot but modern na to sibi soap ebetu na se wo de twi wonantia hiti wonsuo no na eye de kama na fa sibi soap ni bi fa onan no mu ana se wonsema fa wonsem na fa tutu nsuo no mu be 15 to 20 minutes wo be hu se de aye dendin na asisi wo apapai afleki no ahuna yese nkuto fa knife ehwe ana scissors utimi the blade me ya na blade kitu awo minsam tie na misro etimi the knife ana scissors uwi ana wochi na wa file wo cream bia betimi dia fa bibia na wo so no no say ya for trot fa bi fa ho 15 to 20 minutes ko horo betimi the warm water ni adan salt ni bi ahoro bi ni won so betimi ya ni sa wona wo ko na tu ase ya numbers no na me de ma wo no wa mutie ye wo radio no ya numbers no fofo ni 0246 57 87 50 0246 57 87 50 ena ye wo 0247 11 1671 me ba chow ye Susie Haba ye social media handles ni nyina so Susie Haba Center Limited okwa obenya yem betumia order ho number samaboy betumia frena wa order Thursdays and Fridays obekua me delivery meba ne ba bedin ko no ne ma bebro Kojo
me da say
me jama
Matias me wi anu me bedin ko
oh ye ni ko me sukra
Matias pa
and na ye Friday
8 p.m.
Would machi a no go sorry
straight
follow me
50 into 8 a.m. me da say Susie Heba for ne no mo edin ko na text message na fe me discussions in this year teacher Kojo Tepa or say I just wish some of us could understand why people vote or come to decisions on who should lead the MPP. Well, for me, I think we should vote for an individual's ability to reason, have respect for others, and be smart and intelligent. We need someone with experience who is very educated. We need Bawumia, period. Greetings to Chairman Odeno Hukwepia Kuka, Honorable Eric, Nana Juman Prempe, Justin Frimpon Kudia, and then again Mr. Usu Bempa, then Shayeso Constituency Chairman, Hope for Nosone de Ode Ebaye, and no. And then another one, Tomola from Mankran. So I say for the past 8 years, the MPP appointee engaged in shameless corruption and stealing with their various spouses as if the world was ending within that period. We thank God that His Excellency JM came in, is rescuing and resetting the nation and bring a massive infrastructure development for every corner. Hashtag Ora must work, MPP never again. And this one is coming from Eben from Kwabenya. I'll say how Akumsi should stop it right there. Right there. If some people refuse to talk, it doesn't mean she has been vindicated. Is she telling us that there weren't shootings in her constituency during elections and her boys were all over? She better spare our years and give us a break. Regards to Honorable MC Agbo of Gan East, Deputy CEO, Honorable Peter Akwesi Mensah of PSC, Shipyard, Tema Shipyard, and then TDC boss, Courage, McAfee. Then the Kweku or no Sonedia or the and then Boshe Amisti Goso Zongo or say in fact the NDC is deceiving is a deceiving party all because their campaign promises were not real as of now President Mahama hasn't fulfilled even one and it shows clearly that they have really deceived Ghanaians. So let us all come together and vote against them in 2028 elections. Regard to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, the MPP hopeful, honorable, maybe it's our MPP National Women Organizer hopeful, and then Kojo and Safwa Puku or no Sonedia or the Ebai and on 53 minutes past the hour of 8 and shall see enough in Komo citizen at Tenase. I know it's raining heavily and into traffic in a Kwanso Jojo Numunya and Kakra Kramayana Mumbidu Asum James in a bay and in a bit to me Akuye. Says in Bibi Abokodia morning. Yes, sir.
No pay me Jodo.
Nice.
Mama Falconje do me finchio. Na me finchio production team. Na minchia ya ashofo. Native. Na manu ya makati na kujo bibia obia so.
Bibia omo bia yechi omo. Bibia omo wadu bia omo jine bia yechi omo.
Na my brother we rest.
Yes.
Na I see.
Nice.
Video a boy with OSP.
Yes. You shall say if you want.
I think the Obi Biara or boy ma MPP fee power no or Yami Juma na woye.
Jose
Obi Biara or boy ma MPP ifi power no. They fulfilled God's work.
How?
Say OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor, established by the NPP and the OSP. No wings, wait to try Montumi Yinejuma. And he said it even when during the NPP government. He said it. Or by catcher and the why young Kwanuma.
Yes.
Or the next crowd buffer. On a door year now film is a mobile tumbiara and Bruce Anoko. Not any John only Miss Manosha. Every blessed day we continue to hear things are. I'm so convinced that getting MPP out of power in 2024 was a fulfillment of God's work. Into be biara or boy may you two MPP fee akunjadon. I mean, sure. The age man ye Maakye chini there. Ye bob woma ye paying far. Ye you won by Bemino. Was it no crazy? Was it be wejuma? Was it a man who do be wenejuma? Because it looks like patriotism. Patriotism iwu asa. And the ordinary Ghanaian continues to suffer. At the end of the day, Yakobe na say abe nyisika. Na so pedo ko bibia wo twato. When you could how many times when the police fujina kwando was stop V8? On your truck drivers and taxi drivers and obre. So the ordinary Ghanaian continues to suffer. And the rich, who sometimes do not become rich through a proper means. Why? Listen to the OSP, I was so sad. The officer, the officer is a bay, or Bob Boyan may have na proye. You ended up stopping that office from carrying out Nejumo Edoye. I the Ghana yet to any corruption Biana. We wanted to use it for offending. Oh, what's the word? It's like you have a personal vendetta. In the office of special prosecutor, what you know, it was supposed to do some fight with opposition. Until when people in government they are found culpable, a problem. Until Monyejuwa. And I pay the NDC should be advising themselves with the same report.
Kessben 92.9.
That we would also hold you people accountable for everything that you do. Because you wouldn't be yet in your tree. We are not expecting that Musumu Babema that you can't on you will come and repeat the same things. Only a queer na yebe. We should be learning from our past. At least more man who no punto under your kakra. But every day it's like we are hearing things that sometimes I am my bread there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I am my bread. I'm just tired.
Kessben 92.9.
I'm just tired. Because say somebody be more corona issue everywhere, almost every department. In the issue public accounts committee, some of the monies that people are paying left, right, center. To the tune of 28 million Ghana cedis. Will be some of the Benjamin now, Kofuna Ye, now would share 28 million Ghana cedis for honorarium. UEW, University of Winneba, Education Winneba, baby a Miami fee. 28 million Ghana cedis, more 3 hours honorarium. If Benjamin or what the year, Moon Tumin Trade more, was it there was just a memo, no moving tria, no mutria. And yet, students, ordinary students now, what brenna, what parents, what brenna, what bano, would treska, would Sikabia would Benjamin. Sometimes we're grading, Ayabasa. Yet, in paying for the one who would discuss. She may say, Trayan, you na Damadi, na Dakro, or mamma in Webina, Saraka, never again. And when they wake up, you to me and so on. Because of fire, obey ye, for so long. And maybe I may papa more than I didn't pay for a cassa, I catch on the one is more. Because papa to me catch them the way investing. And sometimes watch there are two in a room. He talks about secondary school over. What's it? We too worry akokwa na nchefua na wa we too akọ demonstration there. They are tired. Mokatsin. What's best is no way to with this table do. In the eco school, Mokatsin one tumpo of simu table do. Wo mie bi gumu e di ba nim na wo den kana akọ. This was Samangasa. Wo mie gum na wo den kana akọ. This is what we are dealing with today. We saw some Ibu school shortages, food shortages. No, receipt was schools. I mean, why do we do these things? And upon all these things, then you hear about buffer stock.
Kessben 92.9.
I want to encourage at least when you want to supply schools. So those times we're hearing shortages, now what was going to cost? You see, on America, when you hear all these things, sometimes it will be my idea for once when you enough mama family won't throw us from left, right, center. Because you see,
Kessben 92.9.
the Attorney General, in Maakye, Attorney General, one of the key things you should be worried about in this country is our legal regime and system.
Okay.
You see, our way of fighting crime, embrace crime, because it says that until I myself plead guilty, or a court of competent jurisdiction convicts me of a particular crime, and the fact that he who alleges must prove beyond reasonable doubt. Sometimes it is not enough that on the face of things I've seen that this is wrong, but I can confidently say it is wrong. They work on a lifestyle audit regime. These are the things I would want to see. Because it will rather embolden people. Actually, be at the end of the day, we see the person walking around. It emboldens others that Charlie, if who makes more you clean your ass. That in itself will embolden a lot of people to go on that tangent. Inti yam brand idea shemukina.
Okay.
Mobile will to me take advantage of the fact today. Yes, because I'm able to do ways and means. Maybe I am kind of better than her. I am in part of my ways and means, but I'm bringing there so much loopholes. So much loopholes. So be kind of original. No, yam brand up book to book. Because the same place you can get justice, the same place you can get injustice. We've seen it over and over. And now the language on the street is that so be we are brother. Yeah, them but be we are sikawa bema. Yes, so you see, that's the language on the street, and they do not understand and appreciate our legal system. And that is the danger that is rising. That one day, because of not a clear understanding of the system, if we go through the legal regime, until let's use our own system.
Okay.
Intimacy, painful, in brand and shaya, or my mama seriously. Issues of catastrophe na problem. Onko don kofun kon. Man then kofun kopro there, they just want to become politicians, or they want to be executives, or they want to become MPs, because that is the short way of raping this country.
Okay, all right. But as citizen ato anayete nenkano oye penyini and Nigerian secretary aye GCPP ora pemu wayo me abedu member of the MPP communication officer Brian the Champon campaign team or abedu boss bi aboko there. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the pastor say your friend Wabeka. You didn't come. I think the first issue we're discussing has to do with the special prosecutor, and then come on Ura KSM AD. Some of the bites that we also got from the interview. He's clearly stating that MPP during the MPP era, he did not get the help that he needed to do to perform the way Enyama Eko Sisiano and home come and I did Sisiano. The next 6-7 minutes I order na fi enko other matters.
But as Kojo, me find Chakasi Pama Ghana Funyana on behalf of the incoming flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Brian Champon. Okay. And then a pound for see Uchiam Pana. Or the na pro boy ewo uti region no abewie ye nyameboa o chena ye shase won finfin mantemu inti beni abemo ne fanti no wote pa interestingly I'm from the central region anomabo and asem na mu sanse ya wo mu ankran ti me fanti ne dia ya kakra me nya ka be ka pat ti be ba for tutorials kakra no no ama me fanti no enyo no dia biti. All right, so me find the baby or the free kakra. Me say as a member of the New Patriotic Party, we share a year reform sa war Ghana. say yen fan koketa sa bebre na you can trace it to the NPP government since President Kufuor till now. Most of the reforms I say you be quote here ketase both in government sector and then even the judiciary changes ni amendments I no aya bebre na emanate from the NPP administration. Enti we say eba no NPP we are indeed committed to the rule of law. Say obi ye bonia ye mfa no emfa so. Na ohwe na say in cases pa abane ade and the demeanor, the responses and reactions of the NPP could man who say NPP who are say bio ye so boneso say ye believe say indeed say obi a body. We believe say ampa imran any indi he should go through the right processes. On that score there many sounds na many say the current form of our constitution even including the Public PPA Act nankasa because we share supposed crimes, infractions, whatever that we term as corruption. Bebre are just, if you like, mere infractions. Say, you say, Mrane say, quite we so now for, but not that necessarily that you who say ampa obi sikebi abanebotom. Now, when this argument to the OSP, ebe me one year say the comment no any mitie kakra. Me bana me tie except from what you are saying. Say abanya ekufuado. Esan say opese onko ketasehye wanka se bio yemfa enko against the political opponents na mo or determined say obi discuss say ye ono ne appointee past appointees and as future appointees kra no one aban ni nyanko a yemfa hundi na obi beka se ebia ye set up say yemfa enko against the then opposition NDC members na ye me wanwa pa ebiem se osanso kra ka se ase aban na ama ne kwan the freedom or opportunity to operate freely no one year pa esan say ora kisie jabin o take you over I think somewhere around 2021 August 2021 na sa afino o take you over nankasa budget allocation keke aban ne the man keke is over in excess of 124 million Ghana cedis 124 million Ghana cedis. Sasika we say abanya onye committed say obe retulu obe resource anampo obe ma okwan na waye ejuma menji ni say anka aban no in spite of all the challenges ayewo considering other equally important sectors like road ni infrastructure and other developmental and critical issues obe just ani nyina na nka wa committee this amount of funds towards OSP new operations into everyone year kano the following or subsequent year or some release 170 and no crown almost some revise no edeko about 138 and so much so kakra because obviously our share budget na ye suggest say okay afi be release say but omo ye subsequent budget year indeed the same year bu omo say aban no ebia ye funds na nko hwe ni ntimi amba omo timiti so but 138 million se bi enye se kaketwa impono afi e wo mu ye an is in excess of 146 million Ghana cedis. Inti for obia ya establish wama ose but yan fan compare even Owura Amidu time when Owura Amidu was crying and onya resources near there. So this OSP has no excuse say obe faili anampo say we deflected the responsibility no e de akọ obi so. Na moma yan hwe say sa sika mabobo yesu nyina no does it correspond to the efforts or outcomes of investigations awaye so far na? Mesre na wetiefuo ma memre na me read just a paragraph of a story about Cecilia Dapa issue enyina na Cecilia Dapa say bi we diska we wieska o say Edward Chung J or the men starting free ahamo sorry I say
Kessben 92.9 the Maakye
I say Dr. Tufuor held that the action for seizure and freeze of accounts were done on mere speculation. This is from a sitting judge. Otena asem so because era Cecilia Dapa the petitioner called a superior court say held that the action of seizure and freeze of accounts were done on mere speculation, guesses, and a reaction to the media frenzy on the role found in the house of the respondent former sanitation minister. And this is what has been playing, and the reason why some of us think the OSP is not doing what he's expected to do, but unfortunately he has turned his outfit into, if you like, a PR and a communication outfit of the aegis office. That is what I think. Why? Because Bibia no about out no beka. Yeah, just few days ago, his reaction to Ora, the former MPA boss Hamid, Mustafa Hamid. What happened? Ose Mustafa Hamid committed some crimes and the narco court. Fine. Now wako judge chairman to me, and then media approach it. They say, "Hey, no be a work case. Ana uba beja obi no si o. Me case ni there. Some catch them on the dark ramp. Say bishi nim intend kusishi." Then a serious office. I won't hear say as office of the special prosecutor. You come out and give a release on your social media handle. Say now accused person name these are the facts. In fact, we've seized some properties. I freezing account near there. And then the lawyers of Mustafa comes to say there's nothing like that, because so far as we are concerned, there's no company, no bank account, no asset or property that belongs to us, and I will freeze it. And then I think yesterday the OSP is out again with another publication on their social media wall once again. Said they be in fact publish details of the said assets now. None of the assets, none of the companies, none of the bank account details has the name Mustafa Hamid. So it's like media friends in the end, anything I quote is from the certain judge or Sicilian.
No, but does it mean that clearly saying Nini Dinwa is also believed that the
well,
that what it means?
That is when you are able to link the said company. Say indeed, for example, if you go to the Regional General Department, send the law money, you see you can pierce the veil or say whatever. No. Have you done that? Has the OSP been able to establish, say indeed, when they pierced that veil, no, they saw that he was behind those companies?
Maybe they have.
The answer is no, based on the publication they themselves has made on their wall. If indeed they were able to establish in their write-up, say, these companies, we realized that he was the one behind it. And I said, fine, then we can have a discussion. But now, what exactly are we having the discussion about? Is it even the original case about Mustafa Hamid, or media Busana say Kessben and the supposed, and it is now a banter between me freeze you property, me freeze me property.
But wait, are you not worried? Are you not worried? They say, Mafa eye OSP se ombedi juma ema my Ghana. Na sanipa kruya ene okana dwene aka nokre na kumemu akire wo se time na moteso no na menya akwenya no entumi nya de sane de fata. And indeed he insisted to say wabubodin around that time Signal Bureau was not helping me. Around that time immigration M1 or sign a scenario to tell you say Abrante na ye kan ho asem sisi ano the cousin of the president. So you should understand. All kokra no u catch obi kra say security kra say hello what you mean atwam yi ana oba beko obia embia no. Now he is not the only person. Before or no, the same government gave us the very first ever your friend is Matinamidu, who also before leaving himself decided to tell us the enyane the enkoso ye ewo hono no kra ne de no kra the next time no kra no ne obi beka ne law na ye de ye na djuma no kra ne yesise ne nyina pon wie. But he came out to tell you too many things that are happening there in terms of corruption and how he's being prevented from doing the same thing. Now you have the second OSP who was also brought in by the same government, and he's also telling you another version of the same government preventing me from working. Are you not worried?
No, I wouldn't be worried. Ora Matinamidu, time na ono ye OSP no. At no single point in time, if indeed he was committed to ejumana yediamana na about say I'm trying to undertake this exercise, but I'm being prevented. He didn't do that all through the process. So at the time on one kasa, I feel say ejuma no nye bim na yembusa eniyama be na lead towards that na Obe make those pronouncements. To the extent say a man a building a crowd or say on monon pe building we are in this country. I say even building 9 there, you see a Jabin and pound for occupy. It was given to Maakye, but then he rejected it. We all know this. We all know this. Feeling said that office no mbefete or no and yes our office no pay. Inti kitie Jabin buy anymore no. That office near the man no bear renovation and then the occupy. So there were certain pettiness on the side, if you ask me.
But when the president is accused of being the mother of all serpents, I'm not sure.
Well, I was...
Now OSP is also telling you right now, I'm not sure, say, Signal Bureau, Immigration, Security, were just blocked.
I was expecting, say, Kisie Jabin. Obviously, Ora Martinamidu, he didn't make those assertions based on empty stuff. Maybe he opened files, there are documentation to prove so your investigations. Kisie Jabin, Odienne and Nayakase, Odia for the past 8 years and now 4 years, I Kisie Jabin by and I went to me an investigation. Yembus, I said, it's been 10 months now since I did it.
Yes.
Those supposed cases are in here. Matinami Dukas we need the freedom to investigate. Has the current OSP been able to tell us, case we now Matinami the year na almost per man on why your investigation say na could do na. It is only then that we can have a discussion. Okay. But until then, there is no proof. We feel he was bitter. Now I'm coming to the Kisie Jabin interview.
Yes. Quick one.
What he said, if I remember, he never said since or started and onya free role to investigate. It was a specific comment that had to do with why he didn't arrest Ken Ofori-Atta and Sana Ofria. That is to say, beside that, if you like, issue Nepeno, he's not been stopped with any, he's been given the free chance to handle any other case. That's my assumption or presumption. Now, with a year Ken Ofori-Atta, we are here in this country. When after the election, you want maybe the sitting president can do, and the sitting president no timine. Even at that time, no, there was even at that time they even record some diplomatic passports. There are several actions that were taken by the transitional team. Then, is it the case that Kisie Jabin is trying to tell us that he drew the attention of the then transitional team, and they also did not do anything about this? Is that the case, or is it an afterthought, sir, because he was negligent and was ineffective, and again because he is under public pressure to bring in Ken Ofori-Atta, and now he has to give these excuses? And all right. Unfortunately, it's as if NDC by and yes, the age is so here. BBI is a collaborative effort, sir. Before you even trial somebody or before you even secure conviction of a supposed accused person, whether but I think said they should hasten slowly. The Ghanaian populace are not interested in the Ghanaian populace are interested say we this guy the not come court did not court at this kind of mind. That is what the Ghanaian people are looking at. And their press conference or China press conference, press conference there, and I think no one that's in the office in the crowd international press conference because press center because that's a walking distance. Let me show you press center.
Why office now?
Office of the special prosecutor. So with the same lane as international press center. It may be on your back or head international press center.
But I say, why am I attending Kano, the MPP communication office of Brian, the champion campaign team, they're attending Kano 20 minutes past the hour of Nayabana. If you call the next topic, the next issue that has to do with the task force on electoral violence. Now, committee report nearby, and Ibabidi Hong Kong, Sisiana, but Kayako Group Ventures, I mean, can't say, what person would to quine, what person will come on it. Now, Koye Juma, Adisiana, Sense Shakrano, a Pachoa, only a year visa one seminar, and said I am Koye Party and Pacho Kayepko, a year venture. Between abo ye pa. When it comes to visa issues and I face to traveling home, come on, I face to so beso kokakra. Now koye juma de beshe busian for dia. When a Kayepko Group Ventures for any common on my boy ye pa omo and to me bibi. I face no omo away affordable Japanese cars papa no share no dene to me standing the test of time when it comes to a year ya kwine so and I face so a Ghana memo hand with flexible payment terms. Me pa cho no munko din common abenya car ni bi na also there ye juma senior fata Kayepko Ventures and one sem and I make a chomo ye anya market deeper life junction honum and na omo ewo from on 0556 735 422 0556 735 422 and that's a 0556 702834. na one Kayepco Group Ventures ND and Common. South America chose the Bayport, Semen Canchos almost fixed deposits, no Muguswa, Edi who and Common. Nuntino. Who scada ho na on financial CC na fe so the kotu baby na woman party a yenkoye fixed deposit no e wo ye Bayport na ye ne omo enhwe sinema beti akọ ama ye ntino se wo de ye 5000 koto ho no ma fe ba kwa we 1000 Ghana cedis as interest we sika no so so na the 20000 e ko for busumi nsia obenya 1820 as interest e wo so now the 100,000 Ghana cedis e koto so a obenya 20,000 Ghana cedis as interest e wo ye usika no so umpewe na opedian when eye ora Bonnie ND enkomo eno ne manager no Mr. Bono friend I say hello mete won kan e wo Kessben TV Kessben 92.9 and I me say me from na almost say mo fix deposit no me no mo ND enkomo na fi enhwe na mfam sika no embeto ho emma wo ne number no eye 024 515 3283 024 5153 283 and that's 020 4125 878 020-4125-878. Now when Bayport ND and Common. South America Church said discussions here dock activated charcoal dock DOK dock activated charcoal and a boss aka we nyina e discussions ni na bray on Kessben match so na memma details of dock activated charcoal papa wo hono me bebo ye pa weekend ya wo kwe wo hia bi pa de akofie nti mechi we abetobi ana face no de ene de se nyina no meka ne nyina atro amra won chen minia bema Ato that's the citizen. I'm sure maybe you followed the task force or more Mekan Election Violence Committee now. Now the Minister for Interior in Semawa Betuja. We were just dealing with the one of the areas Wutu Senya we became popular Wutu Senya East, where Phyllis now Koyo, who is the current MP, now she has come out to also have a press conference to debunk what is really happening with the report now Minister Eddie Abetujano. And clearly this is what the minister said. Quick one now to us. So I say in the report, I said Honorable Phyllis Na Koyo denied that her convoy was attacked. She was nowhere near the scene of incident. Persons who were involved in the incident have avoided speaking with the task force, while Muhammad Ali and others who were in the Mahindra pickup truck and fired shots from their vehicle have also avoided speaking with the task force. So their opinions have not been established. Muhammad Ali is said to have been flown abroad for further treatment. The late Yusuf Larry Idris died from a gunshot, and those who were in the Mahindra pickup with him know what happened. The driver of the Mahindra has been traced, and further investigations are ongoing. The task force will continue with the investigation. Then Yoko, as in Phyllis, yesterday in a hurry, also came to tell us what he think it is. He's saying that it's not true. He has not written any statement to the committee yet. Nenyamana Omokano is not what it is that she said. Are they also denying the fact that Atakibia and Siana? I mean, this back and forth when it comes to electoral violence, I mean, during 2024 and India Kanina. Your take on that? Yes, sir.
I think that there means something why you mean?
Yes.
It came about the special prosecutor shows how incompetent the security apparatus was during that time.
Okay.
You see, he said things about the OSP, which borders on the competence of the OSP. And the Biamekade, those times you call the NDC incompetent. And I remember I used those words that you allowed the so-called incompetent people to competently stop you from doing your competent work. In more establishing office, you are not even competent enough to pick competent people to man those offices. That 2 OSPs under your watch could not deliver. That should show you your character. Motiwo election akoduwo Ewutu Senya East. Mo member of parliament was the MP. You had a regional police quarters, regional police command. Wakaswa. And a contestant, she wasn't MP then. It make a claim. You so say it is not true. You competently watched for it to go on under your watch. Election, 7th December. It has to take another government. Hey, he's been vindicated. You people are so incompetent. I am shocked. And it's an indictment on them. In the moment there, go for a press conference, and before a press conference, now what? I was shocked. I was like, Mangasa, Mamo yer mutasi. There, if the security system, election security, you're
in government.
What was your intelligence you picked? All this while. And Minyasike cracker there, a friend, Okahuma, Honorable our Kumsin will lose the election because of some of the things that were said. How do we allow certain things to go on like this? For me, my only problem now is what you said. And I think there, ABM, Yamoro Kodo Kasua, Nankofu Meswalker County, the Honorable MP, Nako, you also fought Doido Bekasa. You see, sometimes people will push you to talk. Mm-hmm. But I have always, as a Christian, I've always learned one thing. That no matter the provocation, sometimes it might feel the right time to speak, but it is not. Jesus was provocated to talk, but he did not talk. Silence is really golden. Sometimes we feel all right. But at the time, Asami, what's one way? It's been established that somebody truly died. And
yes, established.
It's established. Mm-hmm. So, what you want to know more? Just because you say certain things or you wrote certain things that people are saying is not true, me, I don't know whether it is true or not, or between Mon and Kupon. But once investigation is still ongoing, and some people have refused to speak, which it is in their bona fide, they can choose not to speak. Investigations have not halted. They have not stopped.
They said it's ongoing.
It's prior prebe you want on na ebeka nsembino onye mo hin. Amme meza yenkasabe kodo kawanu tu. Mankofun kan won nsemi nyina at the end of the day. Say wo clear asemi nyina wia na wo bibi kan. And as some okay no, it does not reflect what you've said. You go back to the committee. Mm-hmm. That well, and our minister, this is something that you've said. This is what I also said because the minister probably already the reporter or about to name him. Yeah. He probably didn't sit in on a reporter while that man and walk. Inti say will be can oh minister that man am McCain but Marty A B C D or today no watch him but see you are provoking the minister to also come and say more. Mm-hmm. Because it means that you're also contradicting the minister and the committee.
Yeah. Making them look like no.
Yes. And sometimes in the opportunity where everybody wants to clear themselves, they also have to come out. And you see, some of these things, because I am or something, say, I'm sure you'll be so something half, not in them. By the time you realize the substance of the issue is dead. I think all of us, and even including I've seen even NDC before what bash and alcohol power. There or art cantata. Because video only be orchestra no rusu. Also no rusu. Na de I think all these things are now motto. I hear Frida watching alcohol. The day Nakoya was arrested and put at Cantonment Police Station from Kaswo all the way to Cantonment Police Station. I remember I was on Accra FM that day. And she was held overnight.
Yeah.
Nkofu ko gu wo bebre because that day me fi one traffic amutum pa ansana. And I remember that day as my making and I still have it on record. There. Yeah, careful how we arrest people and how we detain them and all those things. I had them more chilla say yama se sana wo ye bi ayem tu nkebi. On na ende yet. So for me, elections and the violence that pursue it, I would have been happy that the elections security before Abatono we engage the stakeholders. Besame there after Abato we engage him. In my yard discuss there and security what year no. How did we feel? What did we think about certain gaps? Mobeya or China, it won't happen. Okay. They have not done it.
Okay.
And pay Dr. Sibo Michel. Mimde Dr. Sibo they will tell you.
Kessben 92.9.
During the meeting, the IGP organized with police, I was there, and Dr. Sibo represented the Electoral Commission. And I remember some of the issues I raised. I was expecting that after the elections, even though, yes, we might not have the same IGP or whatever, but I don't expect the security architecture is because of some of these changes or affect BBR. Most of the people are still there. Those who handled the command of the elections, they are still there. And we'll be here feedback more than compound. I am expecting that at least let us engage again and look at some of the issues. Now, Interior Minister ne report also made. Only just a report of informing us, but it should be a report that we will learn lessons to avoid the to obey your man penina muruko kumunya. Nyanse biara yim. Obi biara ote ya na pay, do obi be chewechi. There kona ko bi and I kona ko prewunya because mo koto aban me catch when they do there when they win power ma amunyim bi imu bebre amu kozi ewu no wo win power mo fra awofa people will win power and when you even call them they won't pick promises are what year mo na won fa mo it is say in case obi na chi na ekokun bi a be careful. Mama na ma batu nti yenkunya ho nua wa yo tai ye wie na ya katena ho ya bosretadwe. So why do we do this? Ba mi o she mahama wonya atu na wo ibo nua nti na wa yo edo wo sua kakra aka won kakra wo party mu internal elections amori ye mo toto mu ho eduru na mo toto mo mama ho 10 cents and 16 cents and 30 cents. My abonyafo agenda. Musuye no your internal contest.
All right.
Because this internal contest, mu behavior na nkofusua na what ban in the general elections.
Okay.
The elections are about choice and are about decisions, not fight and insults.
All right. But as a citizen, my man can show said dog activated charcoal and there discussions in now so every me patrol so we feel bloated and I feel so gas indigestion stomach ulcer and I feel so and near cause with them especially your tummy gas and I feel so toxins bacteria fungus virus and I feel so no acid and what we party and patrol make food dog activated charcoal amount DOK doc activated charcoal ebebo ye pa I don't know mo amoko eyesa nema mekeka wan semina say we didi na ahye wo so anwumre why you me so do fie be 9 pm 10 pm when didi a eyasem obedidi odidi wie so titi ni ho ana order mebacho bo eye doc activated charcoal ni be hunu bi na nom obo na feel bo say yes enema ehye wo so nyina no ebesen akosa na wo stomach upset I feel so no heartburns and I feel so itching indigestion and skin rashes akoso nyina na Unum DOK doc activated charcoal Ebebo ye pa doc activated charcoal powder ewo baby bia ope bia obenye bi pa 100% natural and afiso ye safe ema eye nkwada and afiso mpanyimfo nyina de hia ne se obehunu bi won suom no wanom na nopa ene anwumre ebebo ye pa very very natural eye DOK doc activated charcoal ehwansem and make sure no so ope bia topa dia yenko adia pharmacy Kumase Love Life Pharmacy Kumase Pure Leaf Kumase Kolinak ewo Kumase na afiso nana Boachi Watama, Mensa Takra, the Joe Bennett Pharmacy, I was Sunyane, Delight Pharmacy, Okofrodiana Face, Wedam Pharmacy, I was Ashaman, and I face all pharmacies, Bia, what oil can't dry clean now, on Sa Ebeke, friend numbers, no, na unyomo ending common, na shed now to pay na to 059 82 06885 059 82 06885 and I say 020 66 16620 020 661 na onyomo endi enkomo eye doc DOK activated charcoal and one sem and I make a joy me yanko I think 3-4 minutes or there na fe yan fejumedi ni si yes sir
na minim hawa menua etimia ade enfete no timia de bebo MPP wo asem we bu
ade
be say baby of asem ni free ene de na enye. What has this got to do with the competence or incompetence of the MPP party or administration? In any case, the said assault and electoral violence, Ebadaben, 7th December 2024.
And who was in government?
The MPP people, 2024. Just after the election. How many days did it take for the new government to take over?
Until January, who was still in government?
No, I'm coming there. There is no sing me who we are seeing baby crime, if you like. Yet me even 1 month pay to my resolve and I say I come out baby other. Name my member specifics of this case and Kasapona.
But electoral task force was formed under how many months? And you're able to come out with a report.
There be say Obesha President Ansana IGP, the previous IGP Nebekon. President Mahama Eshe ne say ondi jumebi mpacho kai jumakro. O madam pari jumebi. So until committee be hwehwe bibi kai bibi kro.
I think it's election violence, right?
Thank you. By that time, I not set it up. Or ye dam pari free on the side juma no. I'm enjoy say a scrappy new person about here for me new way. So obviously and then start here. You put that time John Mahama no in government. So it is not, and even
that even is an indictment.
No, and even now,
elections, what did the president do about the violence?
Even now, kase findings be about out, Yes, conclusive. Investigation is still going on, and that's to tell you the nature of sex crime and BBC. How our person finding the true whatever happened now, and yet just a day issue. Until the the merits of this case. And as I know, as I court, see a bit Maakye pa. Era Phyllis, honorable, candidate. I was say Ghana for nyina intiminya the boldness near country and say we diatro. That is an established factor. At least based on what she said herself on the night of the election, she granted an interview with Onia TV, Captain Smart, the reporter of Onia North in Chen. We saw how distressed she looked. She looked, say, Obi or frightened, and that on no enemy team. Almost a car, 2 cars, and a Mahindra car. You busan a specific question. Car, no, now what's in Crawford, so thing. Almost a bucket in my own theatre, almost a car, no, Nichi, Benya bucket in pick up a chi. Sano kai. Na on not the front and then the driver there about 6 in the car. I must say, ya born in growth only 2 etuo ama abikra ewu. That is the comment she made. And that car be a V8. Na ye hawa kumsin ne car. And na omo this ejuma de na omutim. That was the narrative until Enra and Enrechi, the interior minister, by the press conference. This is the narrative of Ghanaians name. Now the interior minister, or ye NDC ni, or ye MPP ni, and as MPP appointee, to because or ye bias against her, and as or no one party for. Abe make an interesting revelation. Say, Who na did I have a person be call you honorable
na Koyo.
One kasa with the dance here, whether in writing or in like verbally no obi enim. But okay, one kasa with the dance here say Bibi sa NC. There was no shooting. Now we are involved. Then in an attempt to if you like, water down the issue and as a response to the interior minister, no, what be make it, in fact, a totally different narrative from what he said. Now you claim say on the day no, now no powerful. Mo de mo to sites near there. Now mo at the point you saw that there was a V8 and a government registered
the green number plate.
Green number plate. Edisaka niti. Na so mu di muntente. Inti mu sa no you felt under threat and awukofie. So nipa baako wama two narratives. This is why I say we didn't draw and where you don't need any BBA say because for sebiton we didn't draw ama ya che no. In any serious society, Sebi Anka she would have done the honorable thing to first of all apologize to the good people of the country and if like even resign from a position because Obesha, there are several scenes any instances are based on among for blocked roads. They were actually looking for the density member to kill her. Into Sebio, Sankomunya, honorable Hakumsi na Samreno, Omudini dem, and Omoji Ninkofumwa, and Kende. And now false testimony in Anka Yekubi.
Okay.
ABM midi chat it was based on that na how Akumsi na man for attacking Wablekumanov by election because it is said that na call your no crofo na di enim omo ba or purposely to target how Akumsi nti eno so no anko mutimi di na by we even saw say order from no mutieti ane so based on a false witness. Statement. It's way there. And yeah, some was a Ghana for so but it exposes and shows everybody what the NDC is made of. So we are not surprised.
Okay.
Maakye
says the echo.
One man can one expose. So to make the NDC MP.
Yeah.
Our minister is able to have an objective report.
But that is the fact. I didn't know cry. What's the answer?
Christmas bonanza. I was on my mom. Me catch us a Christmas see Kessben 92.9. Emma was citing a special office point. Mama told me, Mama can find near my efi a man on near Bambesa Motomo. Don't come in 10 time. Now come from now to a year December January. Ne me pachowa. Woni indidra na yenkoye ni woni indidra na yenshema near me to me yenkoye san says sefata says so near man na bani na echo. Enuntinon ya niema so anti brani ndidwa na mfe ye hwede ekọ de ebenyina nti niema akofa ba ene shop ene niema na nkan no ntumi enye advert na so me entena radio so emmo hu de roma no nyina de hyetokro mu bia no me pa chofa bra eye Kessben 92.9 e bebo hu dwa e bebo hu de ro eso ama ye pa friend number C now ne penfo endin komo na yenhwe ni nyina emma e wo 92.9 and afi so ye Kessben TV so on 059 400 6660 059 400 6660 na oni eyem penfo emedin komo ne yembo onyema ene onwuma wo de aba a wo pese eya mansan nyina etie no your number 1 station eye asedanko Kessben 92.9 bebo hu dero ama ha ene ye de eye dwumedie no eba besi bebo men kan eye WhatsApp messages we man afi yenko ye nimo se Kojo politicians in Ghana are too funny oh. Today this, tomorrow what? Oh God, help Mother Ghana. I am Oberima Kweku Beko. I'm watching you from Manso Amenfi in the Wasa Amenfi district. So say, is there any truth in this? Oh my goodness. Meshes our link now there bana will be sa AS and money. Then this one says that good one. So MPP are still in support of those who have stolen our money. If they do not regret and beg Ghanaians for change in attitude, they will continue to be in opposition for a very long time. Look at the so many quantum of money these people have stolen and for which many are behind asking for plea deal. Then you can imagine the damage that has cost us. If you jake in some more and or they no buy. Yeah. So, any air call. Mami fire happy birthday in Twaso ma quick one afi yenko sisi na sports for na ndi kan. Happy birthday to you. Lamwell Nana Kojo Preko from your parents and the entire family. Happy birthday to you. Lamuel Nana Kojo Boache. Wefia Wobusian for Huina. Another happy birthday to you, Prince Sally Nyato. He is a senior minister at Year 2 Eye Services, Ghana. Happy birthday to you, Prince Sally. Happy birthday to you. Radin Shah Sally. Another happy birthday to you, Emmanuel Saki. Happy birthday to you, Emmanuel Saki. And then a happy birthday to you, Kobe Opoku of Openi Anane family. Achim Abekwase, happy birthday to you, Kobe. Grace and Komau, and I feel so happy birthday to you, Emmanuel Bading at Etum Kumase. Happy birthday to you, Emmanuel. Happy birthday to you, and then a happy birthday to you, Madame Sandra Frimpong of Skymas Abacos Company Kumase. Wait for Sempankani Samson Hodom. Happy birthday to you, and then a happy birthday to you, Janelle Olama Miracle Manasseh. Happy birthday to you, and then a happy birthday to you, Letitia Dankwah of Kofridia. This one is coming from Ketche Bedu. Happy birthday to you, Letitia. And then a happy birthday to you, Saud Abdullah, Wefia, Khadija Honom, and then Rahman. Happy birthday to you once again. And then a happy birthday to you, Judith Adam at Ashaman. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you, Rat Gideon. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, Officer Stella Owusu of Ghana Immigration Service. Happy birthday to you. 47 minutes past the hour of a year 9. And I'm the Jumedi Meeting at the Kojo Preko Dankwah. Living in the good hands of the man, Jola Kind, the sports team, Kwame Miki, Tony Montana, and then Mama Kenya. Have a blast from now to 2 p.m. We are back again Monday morning. I'm my son for Kojo Preko Dankwah, heavily produced by Richard Apiasa Pon, Fifi, Amos, and the technical team. And then Feso Addison, Madam Munina say, God willing, Monday morning, Makramo. Have a good day, have a good Friday. And slow down, you know. Better must say, good morning.